Well, this is the Blockheads Tent meeting. Blockheads Tent is part of the Sons of the Desert organisation, the Laurel and Hardy Appreciation Society. The society was formed in 1965 and has been running ever since. This tent's been running since 1984. We're holding our 20th birthday party next month. Basically, it's as the name suggests, an appreciation society for Laurel and Hardy. We meet up every month, we show films, and have the odd drink or two, have a raffle, and we have annual conventions. The membership is varied, to say the least. We have various professions. We have teachers, we have bankers, credit controllers, civil servants. We've even had a nuclear physicist. So the people that join up come from varied backgrounds. You pick a profession, they're probably in the organisation.
I mean, I've been a member since 1988 we joined.
Yeah.
I joined because a friend that I used to go to football with actually ran the tent, and he asked me along, came along. My dad's been a Laurel and Hardy fan for longer than me, obviously, and we've been here ever since. We just like the film. We've seen the films that often, we know them back to front. You come along, say what film you want to see, and you know exactly the storyline, but it's just, can't think of a better way to spend a night out.
The story behind the phase. Well, this relates to the Sons of the Desert film, a film that made, if I remember correctly, in 1933, which revolved around the story of him attending a fraternal lodge. It was more or less a send-up of a Masonic organisation, where everybody in attendance wore said item. So that's part of our attire. If you come to the meetings or conventions anyway, you'll see quite a lot of people wearing fezes.
I've come along to the Laurel and Hardy meetings because I have been coming to the Laurel and Hardy meetings for many, many years. I just love the feeling you get from other members. Everyone's so happy, so jolly, and we're all here for one reason, that is our love of Laurel and Hardy. When people come to Laurel and Hardy meetings, we're here to meet other people that you've never met before. You'll never meet them in any other way of life. It's just a great atmosphere to come along. Our numbers could be better, but everybody that comes along is here for one reason, to enjoy Laurel and Hardy. What the boys on the screen give to us, that's why we're here.
I think basically the humour, I was going to say simple. It's not simple, but it's very. There's nothing fancy about it. It's a very innocent humour, and you only have to look at the membership here tonight and look at the membership in general, and the popularity of the films when they're shown on TV. The number of people that you bump into the street. I think people love Laurel and Hardy. I don't think you could say the same about such as Chaplin or even Keaton, as brilliant minds as they had for their comedy. But I think that's the secret.
I'm not a lover of Chaplin. I do like Buster Keaton. I like Harold Lloyd. I like all the slapstick comedies. To me, Chaplin was not slapstick. He was portraying himself most of the time. I believe that Chaplin was the tramp that he portrayed. I do believe that. But Buster Keaton, very, very clever comedian. Harold Lloyd, not on a par with Laurel and Hardy, but very, very funny people.
But we used to go to Alverson
That's right.
To the Alderson Carnival.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've mentioned it before. It's always the Alderson Carnival weekend, and they have a parade through Alderson, and the Sons of the Desert have a float in it. And of course Stan was born in Alderson, and it's just a sort of pilgrimage to his birthplace.
I'm aware of the problems that Stan Laurel in particular had with drink and with wives. Well, I think he was married 8 times, but only to 5 women. You know, it's 5 wives he had. You know, he once said, I think he said that he had one hobby, and he married them all, and that's what he said. But yeah, when you like Laurel and Hardy, you've got to know what their lives were like, and it was troubled life that Stan had. So yes, you take that into account when you're watching films. You know that during some of the films that he was having a particularly rough time, like our tent's called Blockheads, and during the Blockheads movie, he was having a particularly bad time with drink. And the director at the time, who I can't remember at the moment, he covered up for Stan a lot of times while the filming was getting done. But yes, he did have a lot of problems. But that doesn't stop me enjoying Laurel and Hardy movies.
Well, some people say even though you've seen the film over and over again, you can see something new each time. And I think that's true in a way, because if Stan is doing something and you look at Ollie's expression, that makes it even funnier. They say that on their own they would still have been funny, but together they were more than twice as funny as they would have been individually, if you know what I mean. Yeah. They played off each other. I mean, it wasn't like a straight man and a comedian. They were both comedians in their own right, and when you put them together, it just took off.
Ollie, what? Where do you keep your handkerchiefs? In the top drawer.
Right, after 3, 1, 2, 3.
We are the sons of the desert, having the time of our lives, marching along, 2,000 strong, far from our sweethearts and wives, God bless them. Tramp, 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 the boys are marching, and dancing to this melody. Na 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 na. Sons of the desert are we. Hey!
Of course I know you. What's the matter? You got one of those legends here?